So friends, as you can see, I'm playing game on the Chrome OS Flex.
Hello everybody, you are on Andrew Mahalovic channel. Today, I'm going to show you how to run PSP games on Chrome OS Flex. So literally, I'm going to show you how to install PSP emulator on Chrome OS Flex. And yes, this is not scam, it's for real. So actually, this video is friendly guide step by step how to install PSP emulator on your computer. So after this process, you can download ISO file of them. But you need to know one important thing. Definitely not all games work stably. I mean, most of them not work correctly. But you know, I find something. Some interesting game that even have nice graphics and work very good on old laptop. I want to remind you that I have an old laptop since 2014 or 13. Actually, it doesn't matter. Especially for this video, I install Chrome OS Flex on my HDD drive because Windows already installed on my SSD drive. So in few words, available in all computer because some user write me in the comments that they don't have this option. So definitely it depends on your hardware. In my case, I have a virtualization option which I can enable in my BIOS. And actually everything is very simple and easy, but the thing is that you already made video about Chrome OS Flex and gaming on Chrome OS Flex. But many users are curious about the fact where is the Google Play Store. So definitely we still don't know will Google Play Store will be available in Chrome OS Flex, and we know that we can install apps and games from the web store and play games in the browser. But in today's video I'm going to show you how to install some apps by using Linux. Also, don't be afraid if you are not a Linux user, because I'm also not Linux user, I'm a Windows user. I will leave all the commands in the video description, so you can just copy them and enter in the command line channel. And if you want to see more video like this, please write me in the comment
To press on this button and press F1 key. So friends, as you can see, I successfully entered the BIOS. Previously I said that I have Intel Core, I have Lenovo ThinkPad laptop, and I have this option in the BIOS. So to enable virtualization, I need to go to the security, and after that I see virtualization. So I will press enter. So friends, as you can see, this option already enabled. But if you enter the BIOS and you see that this option is disabled, you just need to press enter and enable this option. After that, you need to press escape, and finally you need to select exit saving changes. So friends, we are in Chrome OS Flex, and as you can see, I'm using for this, but I want to mention when I'm going to run a game in the PSP emulator, I'm going to record everything on my smartphone. Actually, this is quite old laptop and I think it will not handle screen recording and in the same time running games. You need to click here. After that, you may see this icon. Actually, it is the setting icon. Click on it. Now you need to move the mouse cursor down and you need to find Advanced. Click on it, scroll down a little bit, and here you may see Developers. Click here, and as you can see, we have Linux and we can enable Linux. Another time, you need to go to the BIOS and enable virtualization. Let's get it started. You need to click Turn On. Now you can type your username as you wish. For example, I will just type, and I recommend to allocate, for example, 100 gigabytes. In our case, we're going to download and run PSP ISO file, so I think 100 gigabytes it will be more than enough. I want to remind you that my hard drive have 320 gigabytes. So after you allocate how many gigabytes you want to use, you need to click install. And now you just need to wait until Linux will be installed on your laptop or computer. I mean the Linux distribution. So after line, now I recommend to type next sudo apt update. This command will give us possibility to get the latest updates. Now we need to press Enter to do this because it will be much easier to install application after you do this. So next you need to type sudo apt upgrade and press Enter. So now you also need to wait a few minutes. After that you need to type Y, yes, and press Enter. So this process may take from 1 minute to 10 minutes. Definitely it all depends on your routine. Okay friends, after this process we will type exit, press Enter. Okay, we will close this command line. Now I recommend to open your Chrome browser. And now we need to type next Flatpak and press Enter. After you type Flatpak, here you may see this website. Link will be in the video description. Click on it. So guys, we are on the Flatpak official website. Now we need to click here, set up. So now we need to find our Linux distribution. And actually you will not see Chrome OS Flex here because Chrome OS Flex running on Debian Linux distribution. So we need to select Debian Linux. Actually this is a Linux container inside Chrome OS Flex. So we need to click here. And here we can see friendly guide how to easily install Flatpak in Linux. So for this we need to copy this text. Click on the right mouse button, click copy. After that we need to go to the command line. Here you may see the terminal, click on it. Here you need to select Penguin. Actually it will get access to the command line. Okay, so we need to type sudo, press the spacebar, and now we need to click on the right mouse button. And it will automatically insert our text that we previously copied. So now we need to press Enter. Yes, press Enter another time. Now you need to wait until the process will finish. Okay, this command is finished. And now another time you need to go to the Google Chrome browser. After that we need to scroll down a little bit, and right now we're going to bypass the second step because here you may see the next message. If you are running GNOME, it is also a good idea to install the Flatpak plugin to GNOME software. To do this, run this command. Definitely we do not need to type this command, so we will bypass it and we will scroll down a little bit to the third step. Here you may see FlatHub is the best place to get Flatpak apps. To enable it, run this command. So after we will copy and enter this command in the Linux, we will get option to install apps from the FlatHub website. So copy this command another time, go to the command line, to the terminal. Another time we need to type sudo, press the spacebar, click on the right mouse button. I want to remind you that it will automatically insert text that we previously copied. And now you just need to press Enter. And right now we just need to restart our laptop. So I will close this window, go to the terminal, we will type exit, close this window, and right now I will restart the computer. So friends, I restart my laptop, and after that another time we need to go to the Google Chrome browser, click on it, open a new page, and now we need to type next FlatHub and press Enter. Right now you can go to the official FlatHub website. All links will be in the video description. We need to click here, Simple to understand. On this website, so actually I'm making a video how to install PSP emulator and run PSP games. So I will click here to search for PSP emulator. I will just type PSP and press enter. And as you can see, PlayStation Portable Emulator. I will click on it. Actually, if you click install, you will not have option to install it. It will just download application. You need to do next. You need to scroll down a little bit. And here you may see the command line instruction. So to install PSP emulator on Chrome OS Flex, you need to do next. You can copy this text, and as you can see, we have a convenient icon, so we can click on it and it will automatically copy this command. After that, another time, we need to go to the command line, click on terminal, Penguin. So now you need to wait a few minutes, starting the Linux container. And another time, we need to type sudo spacebar, click on the right mouse button, and press enter. Now we need to type Y. That's mean yes. Do you want to install it? Press enter. Another time Y. And now you just need to wait until PSP emulator will be installed on your laptop in Chrome OS Flex. Actually, this process may take less than 2 minutes. My friends, I want to be honest with you. Please pay attention and take your time when you follow this instruction. If you want to install everything correctly, and if you don't want to get some problem, error and other message, please don't skip very important moments. So friends, we finally install PSP emulator in Chrome OS Flex. So another time, let's go to the Google Chrome browser, and actually we have command to run PSP emulator. But to be honest, we can close this window and we can close the command line. I will type exit and press enter. After we install PSP emulator in Chrome OS Flex, we need to go to the Google Chrome browser. So actually now you just need to download the game which you want to run in the emulator. So there is a lot of website, but right now I'm going to show you the website that I use. It is very convenient, and in my opinion, this is the most popular website. Here you may see this website, CD-ROMads. Link will be in the video description. So I will click on it. In my opinion, this website is very, and actually you can find it. Or you can go to the games and you can find PSP. In our case, PSP. So now we need to scroll down a little bit until we will find this message. Show download links. Click on it. And now we can download our ISO file. For this, we can just click on it. Now we just need to wait until ISO file will be downloaded on our computer. Some games like this have about 300 megabytes, and some games have 1 gigabyte, 2 gigabytes, and definitely it all depends on the game. So after we download our game, we can close this window and we can go to the download folder. For this, we need to click on files. In Chrome OS Flex, it will automatically download all files in this folder. So we can just click here. Previously, I said that I already find games that work stably on PSP emulator in Chrome OS Flex. Please pay attention. Here you may see ISO files. And we download this file, and this is archive. So to open this archive, you just need to click on it, double clicking. And here you may see the message, opening Dragon Ball Z. So friends, in this archive you may see 2 files. Sometimes you may see 3 files or even 1 file. And the most important file that we need is the ISO file. In most cases, ISO files and 504 megabytes. So we can copy this file. Another time, go to the downloads folder. Click on the right mouse button. And now we can insert our file here. Click paste. And here we see the message that it will take about 7 seconds. So friends, right now I'm good phone. So friends, right now I'm recording video from my smartphone LG G8X, and I'm doing this just to show you the maximum performance of PSP emulator on Chrome OS Flex. I already show you how to move ISO file to the download folder because PSP emulator cannot open archives, and the first that you need to do is to move your ISO file to the download folder. It will be more convenient and reliable for you. So right now I'm going to open PSP emulator and show you one interesting thing. Click on the PSP emulator. Actually it runs quite well, but the thing is, we need to find our download folder. So to find download folder, you need to do next. You need to click on M and T. After that, you need to click on Chrome OS. We don't see download folder, but actually it is here. So let's click exit, and another time let's go to the download folder. Click on files, downloads. So for the example, I want to run this game, Dragon Ball Z. So for this I need to click on the right mouse button. After that, I can open it with PSP emulator. Click on it. And PSP emulator another time will run in Chrome OS Flex. But this time you may see new folder, My Files. Click on it, downloads, and voila, Dragon Ball Z. So friends, I turned off the sound because I don't want to have any problem with copyright claim. And as you can see, the game already run. I already can use key. I will change the angle just to show you that I'm using keyboard. Actually, as you can see, I can use keyboard. I need to press the start button and I need to press the space bar. You can change the keys in the settings of the you can use keyboard. This game works without any problem on such an old laptop. Okay, chapter 1. So friends, as you can see, I'm playing game on the Chrome OS Flex using PSP emulator, and actually everything works, and as you can see, everything works quite stable, smoothly. So the Dragon Ball Z work quite well on PSP emulator. Previously I mentioned that not all games work stably, and yes, this is true, but in my video I will show you only the stable games that can work on old laptops and computers. KO. Okay, as you can see, now you have a new option. So the Dragon Ball Z works quite well. I want to mention that most of these games you can play on Chrome OS Flex, I mean in the PSP emulator. I personally test each of these games and they all work without any problem. Game, right mouse button, and another time I need to select open with PSP. Wait a few minutes. PSP emulator automatically will run. We can click on the games and here you may see Loco Roco. Click on it. So friends, as you can see, I run the second game in Chrome OS Flex, Loco Roco, and everything works quite well. I also use keyboard, so I will change the angle just to show you. Whoop. And for this game it's normal. So actually it is quite popular 2D platformer, and as you can see, this game also works without any problem. So you can install PSP emulator on Chrome OS Flex and you can run this game. You can repeat the same process, just download the game from the website that I previously showed you, and that's all. The benefit of this way that you can really play game from the PSP emulator, not in the browser, and the quality of the graphic is not bad at all. I think it's much better that you can find in the web store. Actually, it all depends on the game which you want to run. Previously I said that not all game runs stable, and yes, this is true. But if you watch this video, you can already see which game work stably. So we don't have actually some tough lags or freezes in this game. Everything works correctly. So friends, now please take a close look. Right now I'm going to run Sega Collection Games. Sega. Another time open with PSP. So if we click on games, here you may see Sega, and actually this is very cool. I know that this is PSP emulator, but I run in the PSP much older games, Sega games. In this game we have Dragon Ball Z and other game. All of this game I test and all of them work quite well without any problem even on my old computer.
So guys, if this video was useful for you, please like it. Definitely don't forget to subscribe to my channel, it will help me a lot. Also on my channel you can watch a lot of interesting videos about the different operating systems, including Chrome OS Flex, and I will be grateful if you watch all of them. Goodbye everyone, see you soon.